My name is Erich from Paducah, Kentucky. I experienced a bad fall on a stairwell and instantly began having lower back pain and leg pain, but didn't really know what it was. It was all the way down to my toes. I found myself stumbling often. It was affecting my sleep. It was affecting my ability to concentrate and perform my duties at work. My everyday life, the quality of life was affected.
Erich went to a doctor near his home seeking a solution.
He prescribed gabapentin and a number of other drugs that one by one I would try. It only affected my ability to concentrate at work, so they weren't really the solution. They didn't put more than a slight dent in the pain. I went to physical therapy. They taught me some stretches. Really nothing solved the problem. It just took the edge off slightly.
Despite the lack of improvement, Erich continued to see his doctor, hoping he would finally arrive at a solution for his pain.
For several years, I continued to visit the doctor twice a year as my appointment was made, because I thought I was kept hoping there was going to be some kind of solution. The only option that was presented was surgery, but the diagnosis was wrong. So the surgery they described to me was for my thoracic spine, and the way they described it was that they would go through the front, collapse a lung, break ribs, move everything out of the way. So naturally, that wasn't the direction I wanted to go. So I continued to see the doctor and continued to search the internet for other options. But the options I was searching for, I wasn't searching for the right option because I had the wrong diagnosis. It wore on me, I would say, daily. And I came to just accept it as my life, unfortunately, but continue to search. And at some point, I had something pop up. I think it was probably on a social media page, and likely due to my continuous searching, you know how they know what you're looking for. Bonati Spine Institute came up, and I, of course, looked into that and watched some of the reviews and read, and it seemed like a sign from God, honestly. It was just, I couldn't believe that was an option. I clicked on a link that said contact us, and the next day someone from Bonati Spine Institute called me, which I was just thrilled that it happened so fast. We talked through what I would need to do to have a consultation. They directed me to my local doctor who needed to provide that authorization. I got a call back from someone at Bonati Spine a few days later that said they got the approval, and we set up my on-site consultation. And it just moved very quickly from there.
After meeting with Dr. Bonati, he knew he made the right decision in traveling to Hudson, Florida, and scheduled his targeted Bonati spine procedures.
Well, Dr. Bonati came in and looked at my x-rays, of which I had several there first before he saw me. And I would say it was 2 or 3 minutes before he told me what was wrong. My diagnosis was bulging discs, L4, 5, and 3, 4, and without any hesitation told me what needed to happen. I felt very sure that was the place I needed to be, in my own heart.
The exclusive Bonati spine procedures are performed incrementally using conscious IV sedation. This technique dramatically reduces the risk of infection and allows the patient to communicate with their surgeon when their pain is eliminated while they're on the operating table.
I do remember the surgeon talking. I remember the anesthesiologist talking to me. Very little feeling from the surgeon, from the process. A couple of little pinches is all I felt. So I was much more at ease once I realized I didn't feel a thing. I was very nervous about being awake through such an event, but it was very peaceful.
Erich was overwhelmed by how quickly he was able to be up and walking so soon after his Bonati spine procedures, pain-free.
And when I sat up and stood on the floor and walked the hall, there was absolutely, it's moving. There was no pain instantly. I walked a short hallway with the nurse there and walked back. And I think I was supposed to sit back down at that point, but I walked again and came back again and felt no pain in my left leg. I was amazed. Going forward from there was no pain post-op. Even the incision, which was just taped, there were no visible stitches, so there's barely a visible scar. There was no pain there. Everything from the time I left Bonati forward, my life has been different. I now sleep through the night I can enjoy my daily activities without pain, such as walking my dogs, riding my bike. I can concentrate at work because I'm not distracted by the pain. My life has changed for the better 100%.
To see more stories of recovery just like this, search for the Bonati Spine Institute on YouTube, Rumble, Apple's App Store, Google's Play Store, Roku, and Amazon's Fire TV.